we'll go ahead and get started then. So let's go ahead and start with the tickets. I feel like that is the easy one. I'm not sure what that warning was right there when I first pressed, but again, it'd be what it be. Don't say that, Cad. Listen, chat, sometimes we have to. Chat making tiny bet easy to place. Yes. Ascensions are spoilers. I gotcha. I mean, at least they're warning you, but I don't think that's going to stop anyone, sadly. Goodbye halfway to pity. Embrace Kuku. Yep. I'm Kuku for Cocoa Puffs. Well, Kuku for Cuckoo Puffs. I'm Kuku for Cuckoo's Puffs. Anyways. Do you think it'd be 2 Altera is good enough for 90 plus nodes? Oh, sure. Yeah. I think the problem that you're going to have in the grand scheme of things is like, do you actually have enough damage output on the turn that you need to leverage it? 90 plus nodes have been really weird in that regard. Like we've had like a 300k enemy on wave 1 in one of them, so it really just depends on kind of how they structure the node. You might have a unit that really ramps well but doesn't start out very high, and so that can not necessarily be a good thing for you in that regard. It's just for those that have not cleared story, because normally ascensions are locked. Yeah, for me they are not, but again, like I said, I will try to make this as spoiler friendly as I can for you guys. It would let me know to finish LB7 then level her. No, definitely level her right away. I'm already done with 7.2 though, chat, so you guys don't have to worry about that for me. We got all that done last week. We finished last Friday. Definitely a pretty epic thing. I will say this, I'm not sure in the grand scheme of things in terms of difficulty that the whole Lost Belt's actually difficult, but I do think you're more free to play crowd. I do think your crowd that has less developed accounts are definitely going to struggle towards the end of that Lost Belt. So I'm not going to spoil anything in that regard, but I do think that is something to be aware of. And there is at least 2 pretty difficult fights that you cannot use blue prisms on. So that is another thing to keep in the back of your head. So I think this is something that they're trying to do. They're trying to force people to get on, to get up, to get going, but we'll see. They may end up nerfing stuff in the end. The thing you're talking about is a lot more doable if you spam solos. Yeah, I do agree with that, Strum. If you make it that far into the LBs, you're probably okay for LB7. And that's why I think it's largely okay, but I do think they'll probably get some pushback from the community overall. He did. And again, chat, I've always been someone, I've been preaching to you for a long time, the need to have a well-developed account, an account that's not a one trick, right? Like you need to tend to all of your units to the best of your ability. Naturally, that doesn't mean you have to have every unit at like 999 or 10 but certainly you guys need to be leveling your units up, having them at least decently prepared, even if it's like rank 4 on the skills and stuff. That alone will get you a lot further in the grand scheme of things. And honestly, we see this from time to time whenever they do a tower event too. You see all sorts of people that end up complaining, and I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, it's why I've always been a proponent of this. Is like, if you tend to your entire account, if you be the best master that you can be, you'll never regret it. You'll never have any sort of time where the game really catches you off guard. But if you are someone that really just wants to focus on a couple key units, definitely start taking the time to actually branch out, get the units leveled up. And again, I think one of the easy reasons to say to do this is, imagine all of the free milestones you'll complete from getting them leveled up, from getting their strengthenings and interludes done. You're going to get quartz out of that. You're going to get materials out of their strengthenings and such. So it's typically a good idea to do that anyways, regardless. But now there's just even more incentive to do it. Does the lack of C work a lot as well? I mean, you'll be fine. You'll find good Cs as you go through the game. There's plenty of good welfare craft essences that can help you out. In fact, again, I just put out a video talking about that, and you guys will see that it's we've got a really stacked year here on NA, especially coming up. There are no permanent foreigners. Correct. I'm feeling it. Currently story block due to not having another rider to level. Yeah, that can happen some. I would say do some research too as you like still go about your way, still keep farming, spending down your AP, but try to do some research, see if there's another way that you can get through a fight that you maybe aren't considering. See if again there's maybe someone that can help you out on a support if it's available, right? But no, yeah, if we get foreigner card, we should be good here. Do you think there'll be a third 7.2 banner? Do you think they'll hold some things back? I will decline to comment. That is a new craft essence, by the way. I will decline to comment on that because even talking about that could reveal the possibility of there being other stuff, right? So I'll just say no comment as to whether or not I think there's going to be more banners. Do you think Kuku functions as well as a support cat? Again, we're going to talk about her kit right after this, but I'm going to say, at least as of right now, while yes, she does have some supportive capability, I do not see that being the way in which most people use her. What the dog doing? Dog be sleeping. Dogs got tired out because I was working from home today, so I got to take them out for a little bit more. They be tired. My JP is 100% hard stuck right now due to obvious reasons. Yep. Listen, you could always take the Leah approach and just eat quartz. Don't do that, chat. Only villains do that. It's more as a double DPS support, not a pure support, right? Golden Week, isn't it? You're talking about for the collab? Yes, we should have the collab in Golden Week, and that's going to be arcade. We already know about that, which I'm pretty excited for. I think when they teased that and we got a campaign with arcade last year, everyone was super disappointed, and I think they kind of heard that and went like, oh. So I won't be surprised. Okay, chat, we're gonna do the one paid single because I should have done this from the get-go. It's clearly the luckiest spin that you all have, so this one's clearly gonna go rainbow. It didn't. Shit. Sometimes you can still get me baited on that, but that's pretty much the only paid spins I do otherwise. So all right, into the actual courts, and let's hope we get lucky from here. It was 26 quartz for Leo, wasn't it? I don't know. It's whatever amount she's told because I have stopped keeping track. Loading? Remember, there's new craft essences, chat. Plus, this is JP. Loading debates me all the time. Valentine's coming up on JP. Yeah, that's... I've had a bunch of people ask me, am I going to roll the Valentine's servant? And I'm like, well, I obviously like her design, but I don't know anything else about her because I didn't read the story to 6.5. So I know who she is. I don't know much of anything else. And as far as I know, they haven't really talked about the kit either. So the new Luvia C is fine. Yeah. Do you have all the downloads done? You mean like, did I download everything on JP? No. Nope. If I did, then loading would absolutely be a debate. Does the Pope shit in the woods? I hope not. Cat, if you already beat LB7, Kuku's got a different intro that might be spoiler, just a forewarning. Mods? You'd have to tell me if I need to mute. I will if I have to, but people will definitely be, if you can read Japanese, if like, I'm gonna assume if you guys can understand Japanese, then you can read it. So muting it's not gonna help, but we'll just see. There's one thing that could be very spoiler, yes. Right, but are we gonna be able to understand it? All right, there's your new 4-star. It's almost like Be Elegant, but instead for Kira. Now that feels like that switched over to a servant real fast, but no, nothing. Yeah, that was just weird. It almost felt like it flashed and then went triple bars. Names are universal. You don't have to be Japanese, right? And that's the other thing. Like, I'm not sure chat would understand half of the Mayan names anyways, but She does say something spoiler, yes. Fantastic. I guess we just won't listen to anything that Kuku says tonight. Pretender, aha! There we go. So now we got Tlaloc, and I did not roll the first banner, so this is new for me. Definitely like her though. Tlaloc is a cutie.
召喚に応じ建築。いえ、参上しました。こんにちは。サーバン。
Blue Man, thank you for the 19.
もう知っているのなら隠す必要はないので、積極的に自己紹介をします。私はトラロック神とウィッチロポチトリ神をいただいたアステカ文明最大の水上都市にしてあなたの永住の地と言えるもの。どうぞ親しみを込めてテノチティトランと呼んでくださいね。
Yeah, why does it look like she ripped the thing off of Oberon's head and is using it as her weapon? But definitely nice. I do like Tlaloc, so we'll have to play around with her. Ascension to her bust. Girl has some drip. I'm actually partial to the first Ascension. I really like her first Ascension. Loading. Yes, loading, chat. Why is it easier to pronounce her name better in Japanese than English? Because a lot of the time Japanese enunciate things. So it's like Tlaloc, and as far as I know, Tez is supposed to be like Tezcal Tepoka, right? But again, like whether or not I'm saying that correct depends, and whether or not the Japanese are even close to saying it correctly also depends. Like remember, the Japanese say Shisho's name as Sukasaha. So like sometimes their sort of like Romanized version of something can be a little off as well. Kuku's VA also voices A2. Oh, really? Also, English doesn't use the sounds required for these names. Yeah, for like Tlaloc, it's like tla, tla, right? Like you almost have to like click your tongue to do it. It's not something we normally do in English. Ooh, limited 0 over. I do not have many of that on JP. Spelling versus pronunciation goes against how people know English. I mean, listen, I can say it Tezcaltepoca, or I can say Tezcaltepoca. Right? Like I can say it either way. And that might offend some people. That might make them very angry. I don't care. Like it's one of those deals where it's like, sorry, it's not made for my language. I'm just going to say it how it's comfortable for me. I'm not meaning to insult anyone. Now you have A2. Kill B2. What? Tez Tapioca? Yes, that is the proper way to say it. You've learned. English is a language that has many changes over time that have caused the issue back in medieval times. Yeah, I mean, English as a language is a hodgepodge of several like Germanic and Celtic languages. So it's like it just is what it is. And like even then we ended up mixing like French in like later in to have all sorts of weird words like facade. And that's why like the rules of the English language are all over the place in a lot of cases. Tapioca works. English is a fake language pretending to be many other languages. Or myth are all the other fake languages. French was due to nobility. Yes. Oh, yes. Baby, give me 3 more. 3 more. Daddy needs it. Oh man, I haven't seen that CE, and then we got it actually my last roll session on JP. Finally for the first time. So that's my second one. That's definitely good. Mud Rain is a really good CE. New Black Grail's decent, right? It's really good for a couple select units, especially my waifu. So there's a reason I wouldn't mind MLB of it. Even to the extent that I wouldn't necessarily have something like Black Grail. It would still be a pretty quality craft essence as a replacement. I should probably choose the outcome already because Ash made it only 2 options. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, was it under 60? Was it under 60 was one of the options? Hold on. What if you didn't pay that out because no one wins if I go over? If only God didn't destroy our Tower of Babel. Yes. People can still fail. Yes. He did 30 versus higher. I see. Not spending more points. Not today. Do it again. Do it again, chat. All right, though. No, I will absolutely take this thing anytime. So just so you guys are aware, it's not MLB, but so at MLB it is 50% NP damage. It is 2 ranks of overcharge. It is 2400 attack scaling as well. So it's really, really nice in terms of both damage output. It's not as good as Black Grail itself, but it can rival it. It can actually be really good for certain niche servants. You know what the terrible part is now, chat? That means I have as many copies of that much newer craft essence as I have Black Grail on JP. Which is like, what? It's 2400 attack? Yes, it is. It's one of our first ones that we've gotten in a long time. We have basically gotten a shit ton of craft essence. It's just been 2000 over time. What does it do again? Let me actually pull it up just so you guys can lay eyes on it. It's called Rising Mud Rain. It is 50% NP damage. Overcharge 2 stages 1 time. You still get the 500 HP demerit, and then it's all attack scaling up to 2400 attack. So really, really nice. I wail on an A, and it took me over 1.5 years to get my my 5th copy of Black Grail. Oh, yeah, I believe it. I sat at 14 out of 15 K-scope, so 1 away from triple K-scope MLB. Hi, Shufu. I sat at that for like the better part of a year. I think it was like 11 months or something that I was stuck at it. But again, I wail all the time. Hi, Twitch Khadroth. Is YouTube Khadroth your identical twin? Yes. You occasionally get to see Twitch Khadroth on YouTube because a lot of the times I record, but you know, something like the rolls, you guys just get me unfiltered, not like trying to sit there and go over something. It gave you Black Grail and the new Black Grail in the same multi. Damn, that's good. Meanwhile, on an A, I only get Heaven's Feel. Yep. Heaven's Feel is the only one I used to get on JP. Is there any C that goes over 2400? No, 2400 is the highest. And there's only a couple of them in the entire game that goes that high. How was your day? Apologies for being late. My day was good. Don't worry about it. My day, again, I got to show off the new surprise for chat, but hopefully the rolls here go well. I'm off to a good start with that craft essence, but and we also got Tlaloc, but let's see if we can get more copies of Tlaloc and also get a Kuku. Are you gonna record something else than your polls? You're talking about like for today? Yeah, we'll be recording the analysis of Kuku. We're gonna go over her after this. In that 1.5 years, I got 2 MLB K-scopes and 2 MLB Heaven's Feels. Yeah. What sucks is I took K-scope from the free SSR ticket that they gave us, and I was sitting at 4 K-scopes at the time, so I took the 5th just to make sure I had MLB. Because I told myself, it's like, if I don't do that, I will never see another K-Scope. Sure enough, I took that, got MLB, and then I have since rolled a Wizard Marshal and a 6 K-Scope. I have yet to see another Black Grail. So I'm still only at 2 Black Grails on JP. It feels bad, man. Actually thinking about Grail and Tlaloc now. Hey, I like her, but that's up to you. You do not have to. Do I call you Twitch Khadroth or Wise Khadroth of the Twitch? I like Wise Khadroth of the Twitch. It sounds better. It's either you do or you don't. Can't win. Exactly. I'm gonna say this, Avalon, based off of what I know you already like and like to Grail, I'm gonna assume that you will Grail her. I'm surprised that you hadn't considered it prior to this. The moment you choose one, the other summons went Cad Snap. Yep. You will get a Black Grail. Oh, that'd be great. I would appreciate that. Thank you, Hablo. Should I call the YouTube Khadroth, or Khadroth of the Tube of the U? I'd say Khadroth of the Tube of the U is too long. Maybe you Khadroth of the Tube. What's more important, useful, MLB Black Grail or K-Scope? For years, I think the answer to that one was K-Scope. Now with like Castoria, now with Oberon and stuff like that, I think Black Grail has kind of finally jumped that in terms of its importance. K-Scope could still be really useful, just from a standpoint of like, not everybody, gold orbs, not everybody's able to function at 0% charge or anything like that. Ah, another Tlaloc. What? Not what I was expecting. I will definitely take that though. I think that makes her NP2, which definitely helps her a lot. I totally forgot there's another permanent pretender out there. And it's funny because even when we were going over Tlaloc, I said like, yeah, this is our second permanent pretender. I got totally debated. But no, yeah, no, Faker's really good, so I will definitely take her. I'm not even angry about that one. I just was not expecting it. Called it too soon. It happens. It does happen to me. I have very infamously reacted too fast to certain summons. But it'd be what it be. You get another pretender? I did. Yes, I got jebaited by the jebate class. May I ask, how were you able to get JP on iPhone? I'm trying to get it from my wife. Ooh, that's difficult. So basically what you got to do, Mael, is you got to create a second iTunes account that is a Japanese iTunes account. And then from there, you can just download it from the Japanese iTunes store. But it is definitely a little bit more of a hairy process. Ooh. I was gonna say, I don't think I have that one. I'm also not sure I remember what that one is. Clearly Ren on that one. Another overcharge. See, I think that one's Buster specific. I gotta check it though. It's been a hot minute since I've seen some of these. No. Let's see. Overcharge. There is a new one in this banner that is overcharge specific, by the way. Yeah, so it's overcharge. It's Buster effectiveness by 20%, overcharge NP by 2 stages 1 time, and all attack scaling. So it's not bad. I think the issue though is primarily that if you're going to start from 0, only 20% buster up, honestly could be better. And that's the issue I think you'd run into. Yeah, sorry, 20% MLB, 15% as Avalon said, not an MLB. Also now Avenger Spooks might not be doggo all the time. Yep. You need a JP VPN though? You do not need a JP VPN. And I know because I didn't use one myself. You do need some sort of Japanese address though, if you're gonna make one. Yeah, Android's the one that needs it. Android's really weird, and I've had people ask me over time like how you're supposed to set it up to be able to pay on JP now. Numerous people in chat know the ability. I do not. I have no freaking clue how you're supposed to be able to set that up. Because again, I'm not an Android user. Getting a JP account on Android is easy, paying on it is hard, right? Yeah, at least with iTunes, all you got to do is basically like go out and grab like an iTunes gift card from Japan, and then you can be able to pay with it that way. Android, the difficulty is in actually allowing it to, or actually getting your account to allow you to be able to pay. Wasn't it blocked for a while on Android? I mean, it still is. Like that hasn't relinquished as far as I know. Clever. People just have to like jump through some hoops. Mr. Creamy, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? We are doing our Kuku rolls here, and afterwards we'll be going over Kukulkan. But again, welcome, everybody. How was stream? What are you guys up to? You guys doing the Grail front? Let me just bum my way into my Android working right on JP. No clue how I did it. Hey. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Girlfriend interlude's nice. Yep. Now, Creamy, I don't know if you saw, but I did show chat something spicy earlier. Yes, I do mean Kuku. My surprise for chat was this. I just got my statue in today. The umbrella's a little wobbly, but so she is a little bit harder to see here. But this was my surprise. I'll definitely take some pictures and show her off to Twitter for you guys so that you guys can get actually good view of her. Because again, my lighting on stream is not great. Dabuba? Yes, Dabuba. Roma took my cheeks to pity yesterday. Damn. I know Faye was supposedly rolling again today. I heard there's minimum days that a JP account is made before you can buy Sandcourts. Interesting. That would be peculiar. That's really cool then if they did that, because that would mean that there's a reason why a bunch of people can't do it. But I'd have to check with some of the people that I know play on Android on JP and see if they can like corroborate that. But I do know it like reset. It bricked everybody at first. Because if that were just true out of the outset, then everyone would have still been able to pay. Even more reason to get Oberon the first time around with Kuku. Yep. Look, chat. I've gone on the record as having said I think the best, if you had to put a gun to my head, if I could only roll one between Koya Sky and Oberon, I pick Oberon. And the reason being that Koya Skya has the banner that comes back faster, and Oberon works with every other system. So it's one of those deals where it's like he doesn't have to be Buster specific. I think if you're trying to look at it only from a Buster perspective, like, yes, that can cause you some issues, but I think the fact that he's good in every type of system, arts, quick, even Buster without Koyan, yeah, that's kind of why I just say like go for him. You literally cannot go wrong by going for him. Had you shoulder the umbrella under her cloak on her shoulder. Ooh, that's another nice new one. I believe that one's overturned as well. No, I did it. Wait, under her cloak on her shoulder. I did it right resting on the lapel, so maybe that's the issue. It's still kind of wobbly either way. But I can do it that way as well. Let's go! Let's go, chat! All right, Assless Chaps is here. I will mute so that chat does not get spoiled. I've been told apparently the exception voice line here is spoiler. Apparently also her third ascension is spoiler, so sadly chat does not get to hear this. You will get to hear her when I level her up though. But yeah, does anyone in chat know how deep that was in? Putting on my Murasaki figure, had an opening in her hair that kept the umbrella snug. Yeah. And before English text. If that's the case, chat, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, it's the third ascension level. Okay, so there you go. And apparently she says something different because I have completed 7.2, so. But yeah, no, Kuku is definitely a nice one. So wait, we still have 171. So what was it like? I think I had 450 was the potential, because I spent 20 tickets, chat, right? So so it should have been like roughly 390 is where I started. $270? Okay, that's not bad still. That's actually pretty much right on target. So, ironically enough, we got 2 pretenders, 1 Tlaloc, 1 Faker, and Assless Chaps herself, which is definitely pretty nice. A tad below average, not bad. Yeah, I will take it. I will definitely take it.